Hi, I'm Tara Hitchcock. You're watching a special on-location edition of Harkins Theater's Behind the Screens. We're actually taking you into the car behind the wheel of this Cranky Black. That's the name of one of the vehicles that Anya Taylor-Joy drives in Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, the latest installment from legendary director George Miller. Harkins had a chance to sit down with George and the cast. Take a look.
As a child, my world was forever changed. My mother was magnificent. And he took it all from me.
Who do we have here?
Everyone talks about the prep to get into these roles. How hard was it to let go of the part?
Ah.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, I kind of miss the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me, because he's a pretty twisted individual. But I love the kind of the energy to him. I felt like a lot of roles I've played in the past, my own sort of fidgety, sort of, you know, internal adrenaline and activity, I've had to kind of restrict, whereas this I was allowed to kind of move, and so I enjoyed the freedom to that and the unloading of some of that, inner feelings. But
Each movie and character is different. With this, it feels like we've been working on it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah? Like 2 years, like since we've like actually started making it, and now, you know, obviously it's coming out. So I wonder if I'll feel more of a separation once the movie's actually been delivered to other people, because currently it just lives with us, so I feel like I can't really let it go yet.
I talked to Charlize on the first one for Fury Road, and she talked about having a makeup case hidden in the war rig just to cut back on time, because there was. I'm curious, did you have anything hidden in the glove compartment of the vehicle just to make it easier?
Oh my goodness, some snacks, definitely. But also my wonderful hair and makeup artist, Tess, she just had to keep climbing up and down that war rig, so eventually, like, yeah, I would just jump out, roll around in the dirt, come back in, and then we'd go.
As a lover of motorbikes, were you slightly disappointed that you're on a chariot, basically 3 motorbikes attached as horses, and you're just standing there?
No, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, the bike, it's only very briefly, but you do see that bike being ridden by him on its own, and then as he becomes more, in his mind, sort of emperor-esque, you know, more powerful and grand, he fashions himself a chariot.
Yes.
Which is an insane piece of machinery it's highly impractical.
Didn't George say that was based on something
like
real?
Ben-Hur?
Yeah.
No, but he also, I think that there was a town in Australia, I might completely butcher this, but I think there was a town in Australia where he had seen pictures of the police department.
Yeah.
They would make chariots out of these motorbikes and race them as if it was
Yeah.
Ben-Hur.
Yeah,
So it's like an actual real thing.
Yeah.
That sounds like people with way too much time on their hands. If it's
Listen,
the police department, there can't be a lot of crime in
Not
the
a lot of
area.
crime.
Sounds like a good place to live. Sounds like a good place to live.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Who knew a nose could make such a difference in an appearance? And I know a lot of people are you're unrecognizable. What is the most effort each of you has put into a disguise, maybe just to go out and about and not have to deal with being recognized? Have you ever done anything that, you've got a story?
I've done wigs, but the problem is I've had every single hair color under the sun, so it's like always a bit of an
Still
issue.
know you.
Yeah. I've done wigs.
When we were in Thailand shooting Extraction 1, someone in the department was prosthetics. I think they won an Academy Award. And I said, well, give me a fake nose, because I couldn't go out there. Everyone was going out on Friday and having fun and going around. So they got me a prosthetic nose, got me a wig, and I went out all night. Not a single person recognised me. But then all my team, my mates, wore wigs as well, and a couple of prosthetic noses. So we all sort of looked a bit similar. So people kept coming up and going, are you guys in a band or something?
Oh my God.
So we got attention, not as myself, but as
a member of a really cool pop group.
It's One Direction, but with many more guys in there. The teddy bear. Yeah. I saved, ShopRite was a convenience, like a supermarket chain on the East Coast. So I have, from being a kid, a scrunchie, the ShopRite bear. I still own it. It's very disheveled, similar to your teddy bear. What's that from your childhood that you've kept? Something that matters that maybe you'd even wear if given the opportunity.
Oh, my husband wears my baby bracelet that I was first given that has my name on it. We added a couple of links and he wears that. Yeah.
I wish I had something as profound and for my childhood. No, kind of nothing. I wish I had a few of the sort of. I had this like little clown.
Yeah, this
teddy
sounds
bear
really
thing.
scary. He was describing it to me earlier, and I was like, "Oh, I used to have like a bunny," and he was like, "Yeah, I had a clown bear." I was like, "What?"
It's just it was the most memorable, like, I don't know what do you call it, doll teddy bear thing, but a clown that I had as a kid. And, I don't know
Apparently
where
kept,
it's
like,
gone.
showing up different places, and I'm like, that
Every time I
sounds
would
like
lose
Chucky,
it,
man.
I'd just be like, it's gone. We'd go camping or whatever, disappear. It would just turn up again. So
Terrifying.
Did it have a name?
Clowny.
Oh, come on.
How
That's all you can come up
How
with?
original, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of love
to be fair, mine's
Clowny.
bunny. Like, it's fine.
It's
A
sitting
teddy
around.
bear. I have a twin brother, and we grew up. We spent the first. We're not identical, but we spent the first 20 years of our life together. We went to the same school, the same classes, the same university classes, and so on. And we still have a teddy bear.
Oh, what's the teddy bear's name?
We
never
just
named
called
it?
it. We never named it. It belonged to both of us, and like your bear.
Yep.
It was, one of its eyes was sort of missing, and it was worn out, and so on. I don't know what it is about teddy bears, but anyway, that came up with Dementus's character and became quite central to the story.
Where is she taking them?
I was stunned to remember it was 9 years ago when Fury Road came out. I would have guessed 4 or 5 because I did that junket as well.
Yes.
Does it feel like that long ago?
Look, I'm one of those people who is not. I'm not aware of the passing of time.
Right.
I still think I'm a teenager sometimes and stuff. It's just some of those. I've been with people who can remember precisely what they were doing on any given date, like going back years. I can't.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where the years went.
I want them back.
It's interesting. We're sitting there, the seat's moving. It's such an immersive experience, your films. Chris talked about how he called his agent after seeing Fury Road and said, if he's doing anything else, I'm in. Anya said that she stood up and cheered after watching Fury Road. What is that experience like for you when you sit and watch your film on a big screen, preferably a Harkins, but I'm assuming we're not in Australia yet.
Yeah. Look. It's a really interesting thing because you work very intensely, even on the micro of every film. Yeah, I know every frame of the film. But at a certain point, you're saying goodbye to the film. Almost like, it's often an analogy that they're like little kids, and you push them out into the world.
Yeah.
They're no longer yours. You hope you've given them all the resources to cope with what's happening in the world, but you realise at a certain point they are no longer yours. They belong to whoever wants to go through that experience, to make of them what they will. It has each film is in the eye of the beholder. Each story.
Can you watch it as a fan? Can you watch your film as just an observer?
I can. Well, I'm not so much as a fan. I watch the film over and over again in many ways until there's a certain point where you get kind of sick of, or you know it so well. So I play tricks on myself. A lot of artists do. We flip the screen, which you can do very easy. So you watch it not backwards, but that makes a big difference. And a lot of the times I watch it in black and white. Anything to sort of clear the mind, cleanse the palate, and watch it as if you're watching it for the first time. That's important, so you can pick up its little rhythms and so on and play with it. But once it's finished, and you hear a lot of filmmakers say this, you don't go back to them because you've kind of left everything on the field, as they say.
Right.
You're pretty spent creatively, and your mind's going to other things. But I do really, with some sort of trepidation, because you don't know how it's going to be received, I do really love hearing what people say and what they make of it, or understanding, their interpretation of the stories.
There will always be war, but to get home, Furiosa fought the world.